Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My name is Khalidah Bilal. Welcome to my channel, Fearless After 50. I help Muslim women over the age of 50 years of age reinvent themselves through faith, resilience, and practical strategies. If you feel that it's too late to change because you're 50 years old, then I'm here to tell you that it is never too late. And stick with me on this channel. We will talk about different ways and different things that we can do to reinvent yourself. Today I wanted to talk about something that I had to do. I started teaching. I started my teaching career working in Islamic schools. So when I came to the country in 2007, I started working in an Islamic school in Massachusetts. I worked there for 6 years. And then after I came to Texas, I started working in an Islamic school here in Texas. So I'd been in Islamic schools just, all of my teaching career. And at that point, I'd been teaching for like maybe 12 years or so. Class sizes ranging from 6 students to 25 students, but just always been teaching in the masjid. When COVID came around, there was a whole shakeup in our school, and I was offered a position that was a part-time position. I used to drive. At that point, I was driving 40 minutes to school. So they offered me a job where I would be doing an hour, maybe 2 hours a day. So I was going to drive 40 to 45 minutes to school, do an hour and a half at school, and then drive 40 minutes back home again. That for me was not something that I considered to be practical or viable. And so I declined the offer. Fortunately, a few years before, in about 2017, I had been trying to get my teacher certification, because when you teach in a private school, you don't need to have board certification. You can just have your bachelor certificate. And because I had gone to Darul Uloom and because I graduated the island program there, I had my bachelor's degree, and so I was able to teach in Muslim school. Then I had tried to get my certification. They assessed my degree that I got from Darul Uloom, and unfortunately for me, I graduated from Darul Uloom 1 year before they became certified with Trinidad. So I ended up with, as far as Americans were concerned, I didn't have a degree. So I had to, instead of just being able to take a quick course to get certified as a teacher, I had to actually retake my whole bachelor's again. I had to do a whole 138 credits. So by 2020, I was into like my last year or two of my BA with the university that I was teaching with. So now here I am. I'm no longer in Islamic education. What am I going to do? I don't have my teaching certificate yet. What am I going to do? So I went and I worked as a paraprofessional for one of the ISDs while I was finishing up my my degree. Then I got my degree, graduated, got certified, and went into public school. And let me tell you, all the time that I was teaching in Islamic school, people used to make me feel like, oh, you're not a real teacher because you don't have a certification, and in public school they do this and in public school they do that. But you know what? When I got to public school, to me, it was like, this is the same. I was doing exactly what I was doing in Islamic school. That's what I was required to do in public school. In fact, I would say that in public school, I had to do less because, I didn't have the emotional blackmail of, oh, sister, we're a family, fisabilillah, please, sister, I didn't have to stay behind. I mean, obviously I'm still working from home and everything like that, but it was just different, different supports and stuff like that. So my point is that, I had to go from being an Islamic school teacher, working in a Muslim environment where, I could pray my salah and everything like that, to now working in a public school, where I'm the only Muslim there. In fact, I had to tell them about Ramadan. I had to tell them about Eid because they didn't know anything about these things. It was kind of scary going into that environment, because I'm a Muslim. Do you know what I mean? So for me, it felt kind of scary to do that. But what was I going to do? It's something that I had to do. So I went ahead. I just jumped in. I got a job. They were happy to give me a job, and I went in and I did my best, right? So all of that to say that I understand that it can be really scary trying to move to a different job, move to a different area, move to a different country, whatever it is that you're trying to do, whatever it is that you're thinking about. You might feel really scared, like, how can I do this? This is really scary. I don't know where to start, and that kind of stuff. Being afraid is very normal, right? If you weren't afraid, then that would probably mean that there was something wrong with you, right? So it's okay to be afraid. What is not okay to do is nothing, right? You want to be able to still work through those fears, right? This isn't the end. Just because I'm 50 years old, or I'm older than 50, in my case, I'm 59, right? Just because you're older than 50, that doesn't mean that it's the end. This is a chance for you to recreate yourself, move into a different type of life, one in which you can be true to your deen, you can be true to your spirituality, you can be true to yourself, you can do what works for you. You can prioritize you, right? Because at this point, most of us, our kids have moved on. Our kids are adults. We don't have any babies anymore. You might be single. This is a chance for you to move on and live your life. And so the question would be, well, how do I do that? Start thinking about this as being an opportunity, instead of thinking about it as being, this terrible thing. Being older, being more mature, that means you are wiser. You're going to make decisions in a way that you didn't make decisions 20 years ago. Maybe you started over years ago and things went wrong, right? But you have that in your back pocket now as experience, right? So now when you're making decisions, you have years of experience to work on and to work with, right? That's going to inform the decisions that you make moving forward. Don't let your past define you. Your past is your past. You learn from those experiences, right? Because everything that happens to us, there's a lesson for us to learn out of it, right? So you've experienced it, you've learned from it, and now you're ready to take that experience and make informed decisions as you move on. Also, you want to remember that now, at this stage in your life, when you are doing things, stop and make dua, right? Strengthen that connection that you have with Allah. Make your istikhara. And just because you make your istikhara, it doesn't mean that your outcomes are going to be perfect. What it does mean is that I've made istikhara, so I know that whatever it is that I'm about to do, I feel good from my istikhara. That means that this is a move that I'm supposed to do. This is a move that is going to be beneficial for me in some kind of way, right? So strengthen your relationship with Allah. Trust in Allah. Trust that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to have your back, right? Trust in Allah that whatever the move is that you're about to make, as long as it's halal and as long as it's pleasing to Allah, it's going to be good for you. The other thing that I would say to you is explore new possibilities, explore new ways to do things, right? Maybe you want to just change your house around, maybe just redecorate, right? Whatever it is, just reimagine, right? Stop and think about, how can I do this differently? How can I reimagine this space? How can I reimagine my life? What can I do to make my life more better than what it is right now? All right. Learn new skills, right? You're never too old to acquire new skills. Girls, I have so many skills, and people be like, Khalidah, every minute you're doing a new something. That's okay. That's okay, because they're all skills. They all go in my toolbox. And, you know, when this is happening, I pull from that skill. When this is happening, I pull from that skill. So it's okay. You need some new skills. Go ahead, whether it's college, whether it's online courses. My friend Farida, she has her channel where she does a whole bunch of new things that you can be checking out. And I will drop her link below so you can check out her her channel, and you know, you might find some ideas there. But just, you know, take a moment to reimagine yourself. Take a moment to think about some new skills that you can learn. And finally, once you've done all of that, don't be afraid to take action. Take at least one step, right? At least one step. Don't wait for the perfect time. This is me right now taking a leap of faith, doing this YouTube channel. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea, but I'm just doing it. I'm sitting here waffling on. I don't even know if anybody's going to be listening to me, but this is my reimagining myself. This is me doing something new. And yeah, I'm taking you along with me. So I want to just say that reinvention isn't about changing who you are, right? Just because you reinvent yourself, it doesn't mean that you stop being the person that you were before. No, reinventing yourself means that I am going to, you know, smooth those edges. I'm going to get one step closer to becoming the best version of who I really am, right? I'm becoming the best version of who I want to be. I am strengthening my faith. I am building my confidence, and I am moving with a purpose. That's what reinventing yourself is all about. So if you like this video, then I would like you to, my ask from you is for you to subscribe, hit the bell button so that the next time I upload a video, you will get notified. If you think that anything I said was beneficial, then go ahead and share it with like-minded people. And I just want to leave you with this one thing. Remember, the best years of your life, they're not behind you. They are in front of you. So let's go and live it. If you have any comments that you want to share, I would love to see your comments down in the comments below. I've also I'm going to leave a link to my coaching services and a few of the other things that the other services that I offer. So, you know, check it out. And I'll see you again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.